Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today, we'll be discussing a new meta of taking mid on Mirage. Two new smokes FaZe and NIP used. I'm going to talk about the pros and cons, when would you want to use it, and how can you integrate it to your own game style or your own gameplay. So let's get right into it. Before we dive deep into it, let's start with some examples from NIP and FaZe. Let's start with NIP first. First is going to get into this corner, he's going to smoke the valley, and then he's going to go towards B, flash mid, window to be exact, then go towards B. Flopsky is going to get into this corner, aim like shown, and just smoke top mid, and then go towards B. Campus is just going to go towards mid, he's going to flash valley, and take fights from top con where the one way from the CT's landed. Roland is just going to run towards mid, he's going to throw a molly behind the two smokes that they threw. He's going to eventually look for some fights from the left side gap on the smoke, and eventually take mid control. Now let's look at how FaZe did it. They did it a bit differently. Twist is going to get into this corner, he's going to aim like shown, and just throw a smoke. This will be the valley smoke. Then he's going to go towards A. Brokey is going to get into this corner, he's going to aim like shown, and this will be a top mid smoke with no gaps towards the short peak upper. Kerrigan is going to run mid, he's going to throw a flash towards valley, and then he's going to run through the smokes and get into chair. Rain is also going to run towards mid, he's going to throw a high flash that's going to blind cat and window, then he's going to throw another flash behind the boxes to blind anyone that's gonna push. He's going to hide behind the valley smoke, he's going to take peeks towards window and cat, see if anyone is aggressing. Eventually, the CTs are going to throw a one-way window smoke. Rain is going to just re-smoke it so they can't have any vision, and eventually go towards cat. Now is the time to dive a little bit deeper into the matter. The first variation we're going to talk about is the NIP variation. I'm going to show the Plopsy smoke. He just gets into this corner. He aims a little bit to the right from this pillar, and just throws the smoke for top mid. He aims a bit to the right, just so he doesn't leave any gaps from the offers for window, and even short is a bit harder to kill because there is a small gap here, and you can pretty much jump it. So he just aims a bit to the right so no one can shoot him right here. And then the smoke that Perez throws, you guys have to have a classic view model right here. He just comes into this corner right here, and he puts his grenade pin onto this black stain. Just throws like that. And the smoke just lands like in the middle of the valley and basically just creates a small gap to the right. So nobody is basically able to see you. The top mid smoke lands around here. Nobody is able to see you from cat. You're just holding the aggression right here. And you can use this as pretty much to kill it if anyone is pushing here. So let's talk about why they did it and how exactly you guys can add it to your own gameplay. So both FaZe and NIP did it twice in their last two Mirage games. And it's basically to counter an aggression, right? So if you're playing a team, let's say like Navi, that you know that like to play an aggressive playstyle towards mid, or ENCE. ENCE technically usually plays spawn base, so if you have the best one here, the best one's gonna either jump cat, jump like right here, or go towards con, peek aggressively, and try to kill the mid control like that. So to deal with that aggression, basically what they did is they created like a smoke wall right here. They made a smoke here and a smoke here. So if the CTs are pushing like this area, you don't know if there are guys behind the smoke or behind this smoke or top mid or behind boxes, because they can cross without being seen, and basically stop the aggression like that, as well as grab some timings and peeking window and stuff like that. Stuff that you can see that Brawlin did a lot. So yeah, why is it good and what you can do with it? So the variation that NIP did, again, they threw the view model smoke right here, and they threw the top mid smoke from this corner. They had one flash or window, just like that, and they had the flash valley and a molly like this. So this molly again is stopping any aggression from con player trying to push here. The flash is obviously blind window, blind cat, and anyone who's trying to push. They got closer to the smokes right here. So they got closer to the smoke, and on a timing when they knew that no one is fighting them, they started to take mid control. So Brawl jiggle peeked window, jiggle peeked cat, and eventually what you guys can do is either cat split or A split. So if you get guys getting fights towards A, and let's say the 3 players are ready on ramp, that means that probably you're fighting only 1 guy on A, and the same thing towards B. If you know that people are fighting mid and the guys from cat, and you have 3 guys towards B, else you're probably fighting 1 guy towards B. So that's basically why you should use it against teams that play aggressive towards mid. Plus, it's pretty safe for you to just use this smoke and get out without being caught, because if the CTs, for example, want to rush through the smoke, then you have a lot of advantage just killing them coming through it. Right here, coming through this smoke, and yeah, basically you don't need to use more than 2 smokes. Or sometimes if you throw the fast window smoke, they molly it, and then you gotta re-smoke that, and sometimes they molly you behind boxes as well, so you gotta smoke that, and sometimes it goes like 4 smokes in round pretty easily, so you don't really want to do that. So the second variation from FaZe is a little bit different on how the smokes land. Roki did this smoke, he came to this corner, and he aimed just on the second line right here, and the second smoke that I think it was Twist that did it, came to this corner, and he aimed just up from here to this height, just like that. As you guys can see, this smoke lands with no gaps at all for the short. I really like this smoke in this variation, to be honest. This is an easy lineup. The only problem here is that you have a cat gap right here that the cat player can see. So let's rethrow the smokes, and I'll show what flashes FaZe did with this variation. So this is the Brokey smoke, as we said. This is the Twist smoke, as we said. Kerrigan came fast here. He can throw a high flash. He just threw a flash here, and he jumped close. Basically all he did. You can also molly-con if you guys want, and jump like that. And the other player just comes to this corner, it was rain, and flash like this. You can double flash. That's basically catching off any player that's towards cat or window, trying to peek. And with those 2 smokes, I'm gonna rethrow them one more time. So right here and right here. With those 2 smokes, it leaves a little bit more of a way to work around with, right? So as soon as you get to this corner, obviously you have those 2 smokes, you can start peeking towards cat, try to get the advantage duel here. You can peek towards window, and if they smoke window eventually, you can just re-smoke it like this. There are no one-ways on window, and you can go again through A or 2B, depending on like what the call is. It's basically a split strat more than not, but it's cancel any aggression. I really like this smoke that FaZe did, because that basically covers the whole of mid, and if anyone wants to go, there's no gaps for him to push through. But I did like that NIP did do this molly that landed like a bit of con. So I think for me the best variation would be the FaZe smokes. So I would do this smoke, and then I would come here. The first guy will just molly off the wall, flash off the wall, run here, get to this area. The second guy would come here and throw 2 flashes like that. Again, to do this is basically to stop any CT's aggression with 2 smokes, and you know that you want to use more. The same thing applies here that from the NIP strat is, let's say you're fast smoking window and the guy is mollying here and doing this smoke. Now you have a gap here, you gotta re-smoke this area, so you re-smoke that area, and let's say the cat player comes here with a flash and mollies behind boxes, and you gotta use another smoke right here. So that's basically 4 smokes or 3 smokes that's gone pretty fast on the round. Here you know that you're only gonna use 2 smokes to take mid, and you can also send only 2 players, which is pretty good. You know, low numbers and all of that. I think that ENCE does to stop that molly in the window is they throw this smoke, they get into this corner right here, and they aim between those 2 dots right here, and they walk up until they get to this little thing, then jump throw, crouch walk, and yeah, this smoke lands exactly in the middle, so if there's any molly, the molly won't affect it. But I really like those 2 smokes again, because against any team that goes aggressive towards mid, you basically stop their aggression, methodically take it. Now again, if the team fights you really aggressively towards mid, that gives a cue for the guys to go and split B or A. And if a team, for example, doesn't fight you mid, so say for example you did this smoke, and you've done this smoke, flashes, you're out, nothing is here, that gives you time to work with 2 extra smokes for a potential B split, a potential A split, and you guys can basically work like that, get the contact from mid, and then you have 3 guys that's ready to pop. Hey guys, so this is basically the breakdown. I just wanted to show you guys the new way that people take mid right now against aggressive teams. I think that's really good to integrate into the lower tier playstyle, because again, the lower tier teams tend to be more aggressive towards mid and Mirage. So that's basically stopping that aggression and allows you to work more control, as well as allows you to get more splits done in a good way, like knowing the information that happens towards mid. For example, they're fighting mid heavy. Now you know that the 3 guys that ready like A or Palace, for example, or in B, they can basically push. So I hope you guys enjoyed the breakdown, why you should use those smokes, gave a bit of pro examples as well. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.